If you've ever said, I just want to be fair when pricing, paying your employees, or paying yourself, then this video is for you. Hi, friends. I have seen time and time again, a lot of salon and spa owners are always talking about they want to be fair. Typically, when they're talking about this, they're talking in regards to how they're pricing for their clients, how they're paying for their employees, and what type of benefits they're getting out of their own business. Sometimes confuse fair pricing with customer service. Sometimes we confuse fair pricing with staff retention. Fair is more of an emotion. It's not necessarily financial. When we decide that we want to be fair, we put ourselves in a financial pinch that the business actually cannot support. We talk about fair, especially when it comes to our pricing and paying our employees. We start robbing ourselves of our future financial ability. If you go based on fair pricing of what you think is fair, when it's not based on the market, there is a piece there that you could be leaving money on the table. Business owners feel like, well, I shouldn't be charging X, Y, and Z because of so on and so on. And really, it has nothing to do with the customers, and it has everything to do with how you feel about that pricing. But I want you to understand that it is not your job to understand whether a customer can or cannot pay it. If a customer can pay that price that you've set, then they are within your target market. If a customer cannot pay that price that you have set, then they are not your target market. And it's okay to not serve everybody. Ideally, if you're going to be really like the top dog in your niche or in the specific type of customer that you want to provide for, you're not going to be able to make everybody happy. And that's just a fact. But I see this also show up and when we're talking about fair, when we talk about payroll and how we're paying our employees, right? I want to pay them fairly. Okay, well, what does that mean? Because fair, based on what the market demand is for certain service providers or certain job titles, might be different than what you feel like is fair. And if you start basing your payroll and what you're going to pay people to do a job within your business is based off of your feeling of fair, and you have not done any research to see if it's even something that you can support, there's a high chance that you're going to start losing money. The nice thing is your employee might feel like they have some type of loyalty. What I have seen is that unless the employee is in a business owner's shoes or they have some type of connection with, like real deep connection with you, it doesn't matter what you pay them. If they want to leave, they're going to leave. Pay is just one part of how to keep your employees happy and how to retain them. There are other ways outside of just pay that's going to help you keep your employees happy. And honestly, if you are paying above market for the jobs that you have within your business and still having turnover, there might be something deeper that needs to be looked at. This could be a culture fit. This could be a management fit. And that is okay. We do not have to take that on ourselves thinking that we have to have everything right. And at the end of the day, just like your clients, not everybody is for you, and the people that are for you are going to stay. But the biggest thing that I want you to take from this is that if you go based on fair and you have not done any research on whether it is feasible or sustainable, you are robbing yourself of the future value that you could provide back to yourself, to your employees, or your clients. If you are not able to stabilize the business, there is not going to be a business down the line. There is not going to be a way that you even have the energy to run the business down the line. I want you to build it sustainably. I want you to pay marketable prices that your business can support. It is so important to not base these business decisions on the feeling of fair and start basing them in the strategy and how you want to see yourself 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. And at the end of the day, the most ethical and fair thing that a business owner can do is make a business that actually survives. If this hit close to home to you, you are not the only one. If you're needing somebody to help you untangle the financial chaos in your business, if you've made decisions based on the feeling of fair, based on what you wish you would have had as an employee and not based on a business strategy, that is exactly what I help my clients with. And there is a link in the description below if you would like to work with me, and I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.